Hello guys, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to use and incorporate the 50 SMA so we can help you guys how to use it as a resistance, also as support. The 50 SMA is the 50 simple moving average. Now what that is it tracks the price for the last 50 days. It is a psychological number which usually acts as support and resistance. So a lot of traders use this as a guide so they can know if the market is on the upside or if the market is on the downside. Now, how do you add the 50 SMA? Well, you can go to your studies right here. Go to your studies right here. And then we're going to go to edit. And then we're going to look for the simple moving average. This right here. And then you add it. So this right here, you can edit your simple moving average, edit, because you see the length, this is a 50, this is a 9, we need a 50, so then we put 50, and then okay. And then we have our 50 SMA. This is our 50 SMA. Now, if you want to do it from the beginning, we can do it from the beginning. Let's try that again. We go here, edit, simple moving average right here. And then if you press this gear right here, you can just change it right there and put the 50. And then you adjust it to whatever color you like. And then you'll have your 50 SMA. That's your 50 SMA. Now, when you look at the day, notice how price is trying to get above it. You see? Notice how price is trying to get above it. Now we have this fallen wedge that it did in the intraday. I'm sorry, not in the intraday, but this fallen wedge that it did on this drop, and then this support held. Now all we need is for price to get above this 50 SMA for it to move higher. As long as it stays under the 50, then we're going to come back down. So the 50 works as resistance in this case. Once it gets above, it'll work as support. That's for the daily chart. And then if you go down to your 4-hour, you have it up here. See the 50 SMA? So how would I read this? If in the day is showing me that we are almost close, we're almost close above it, right? And then in the 4-hour, it's up here. I'm gonna take a risk and take it up here, at least 245, because the 50 SMA always works as a magnet. It always works as a magnet. So every time you see it gets too far away from it, it will come back to it. It will come back to it. It cannot be far from the SMA for too long. Notice here, see we're trading right under it as price tries to get above. Once price gets above, it builds and then it just goes up, but we're above it. And then here we come back down, and now it's trying to pick a direction. So as long as this support holds, it is likely that it will come here to this 50 SMA. Now let's go to the hour. Look in the hour. See, in the hour, we are already above it. We are already above the 50 SMA, so that's bullish. This is bullish. Now, this is how you can use it as a guide. Now, don't use it solely as an don't use it solely to enter and exit a position. Use it as confirmation, like I just did right now. I go to the day, and then I see where it's at. I see where price is at. And I need price to get above it. I need price to get above it for this to be bullish. If it stays under, then this is bearish. So then when I go to the 4-hour, then you can see where it's at. You kind of have a guide of how far up it can go. This is your guide of how far up it can go. Now it reports earnings soon, so they likely will rally this up into earnings. And then probably in earnings, it'll probably report bad numbers or drop it during earnings. But that's how you will use the 50 SMA.